submit to backend. These are the two stages operations. Look at carefully. In the stage 1, we are in all component. Actually, the employee all component .html. Okay. There I'm going to create a button, something like update, and I'll pass the ID. So actually, for update, we have something like edit component, employee edit. Okay, we have to switch to another component from this component actually here. So here, when you click on this, it will go to employee all component.ts. Okay, there we are going to write one update function and we'll read that ID. But actually, you should go to edit component. From this component, I'll be redirecting to another component. We have to go to employee edit component. You can see here. We have to switch to another component. For that, we are going to use a concept called router. By using this router, okay, I'll be moving to navigate to edit link by passing this ID additional input. That will move to edit component. So by default, it will load ng on init. Whenever you go to particular component, okay, there we have to read the ID inside this. Read this ID by using the concept of snapshot params activated route. Once you read the ID, we are going to make a service call. Okay, I'll try to load the data. Okay, there will be some record actually here. Okay, that is actually we are going to get one record. There is a backend URL you can see here. Find by ID. By using employee service, I am going to write a method actually. Find one employee by ID. I'm just going to call service. Okay. Once we get this object actually, that is actually going to make a backend call. It will give observable memory. Yeah. This one, read into one temporary employee form. Subscribe here. Then come back to employee edit HTML. Okay. How you wrote register form? Same. ID input also required extra this time. All other and update button. This is stage number 1. In the stage number 2, when you click on update, what will happen? I'll show. Backend application not highlighting. It's a REST control application. Look at here. Mainly you have to understand switching between one component to another component and passing data. We actually in all component, from all component we have to move to edit component. Listen, we'll be in all component. We'll be having already delete link is there. This time I'll create edit link. We have to switch to edit component, stage number 1. Create. Delete button. Okay. Read ID at edit component and use router. Navigate edit component with ID input. Read ID input at edit component inside ng on init. Make service call to get employee. Find by ID. Edit component, you need to subscribe. Whenever you hit the URL, first this method only loaded. Okay, you remember the routing. When you click on add hyperlink, register component loaded means first this is loaded. Okay, if you want to do something when the component is loaded, then you should write the logic inside this. This is automatically called. In simple, if you enter the URL in the browser, or if you click on some hyperlinks here, okay, that component ng on init is loaded. This is stage one. I'm just doing. Observe. We'll finish this one. Then we'll come to update operation. Let us create first of all one hyperlink here. That is button. If you run the application, how it looks. Observe. When you click on view and add backend application not started. Now look at here we have create delete link, right? In the same way, I am going to create edit. Control P. Employee all HTML file. I'm just opening here. Okay. Here I create delete button, right? In the same way, I'm just creating one more button. Edit. Just I'm giving class. First up, edit button is created. Okay, if you want to give a space character, ampersand NBSP non-breaking space here. A space if you want to give here, listen. This HTML snippet you have to write. Okay, without changing to new line, a single space letter is added. Okay, edit. Now when you click on this button, it will go to employee all component TypeScript only. Okay, it won't go to employee edit. So there you wrote delete button, right? In the same way, edit employee. I'm reading the ID, which is of type number. This one I just want to call this. Look at there. I'm just binding to click event and pass this EMP ID. Okay, but actually it is going to come to employee all component. I don't want all component. Okay, when you click on all component HTML, that all component HTML will come to all component TS, but I want to go to edit component. Listen, if you want to switch between one component to another component, use router. Use router. Look at carefully. There I am adding router. Okay, you can just see here Angular router to switch between one component to another component. This is syntax. Of course, we can use this also. So by using this router, I'm just moving from all component to edit and pass the ID. Because we have to show the data in the edit page. One month I don't want to show the data in the all page. I want to show the data in the edit page. Okay, edit logic separate component, display logic separate component. For every requirement, one component. Sorry, parenthesis missed. Okay, see, we have multiple components created. All component, edit component, and register component. This is for register purpose. This is for display data and delete purpose we used. And this is to show data edit form and update. Once you update, again it will come to here again after updating. For every requirement, one component. Generally, in REST controller, one operation, you wrote one method, right? Here, one operation, one component. Okay, if you just want to compare here with the backend application, this one. Okay. One component, Angular, is used to perform one or more operations. Generally, one operations only we do. Okay. Register component. Okay. All component we have done display and delete. Edit component. Show data in edit and update. Edit form and update. HTML form. Register. Like we have requirement. One component, one purpose. Okay. We are trying to do edit operation. First, we are coming to all component. When you click on the button, okay, it will come to all component TS. Use router and navigate to edit component. Let us check this one. Okay. When you click on this edit, employee edit works. Now click on view all, edit, employee edit works, and you can see the URL also. It's something like a redirect in your understand. Okay, if it is a second record, Syed 2650 mail BA HYD register. See, let us click on the second edit. See here, ID is sent. Path variable. In your regular concept, path variable, you remember? Same thing here. Now, it is actually coming to this one. Router will actually call employee edit component. This one here, just I'm writing here. This line is called. If you have doubt, just I'm writing alert called. Just writing. Whenever you route from one component to another component, definitely that component ng in it will be called. Okay, edit. See, it's called. Okay. Now observe here. Now here I am writing some logic. Creating one employee form backing object here. New employee. Like employee register component. I'm just taking here. But we have to fill this object. Here I'm just taking the service dependency. And we have to read the parameter. See, we have to read the parameter. Router is used here to navigate. To read the ID, use a concept called activated route. Okay. To read the parameter. This dot activated route dot. Okay. We'll be having snapshot of params. And the name is actually ID. Okay, in the routing, what's the parameter name you give? Colon ID, right? Same name we have to use. And it will be loaded into one variable ID. When you declare local variable, we have to use let var const. Okay, this ID should not be modified again and again, so it's a constant. Okay. Once you load that ID, we have to make a service call. Make a service call to find one. Already we wrote a service call to fetch one employee, remove one employee, and update employee. Fetch one employee method is called. That returns observable. So here all the ID and subscribe. This data is loaded. In case of error, I'll print console.log error. Leave about this deprecation. I'll show that solution later. Subscribe nothing but okay, reading the data. Observable will store. Subscribe means reading the data here. Okay. This actually PubSub model it will support. So here that is backend is sending the data is called publishing. Front end is reading the data and printing here. Okay, so here how you have a register component HTML file, same component I'm just copying and pasting here even. But this time I want to add one additional input even. employee ID, EMP ID, EMP ID, EMP ID. This is non-editable, read only. ID is the additional input added here, and update employee, I'm just defining empty method here. Update employee. Okay, you can just see. And the edit message, I'll remove this. Go to view all, see the data, click on edit, see same data is coming, right? This is read only. Click on the first edit. This data is actually coming here into form. Add empty form, view all, edit data filled with form. This is stage 1 completed. I am revising for a second. Please concentrate. The requirement, 2 requirements are there here. Do you want to perform edit and update operation? Stage 1, fetching data into edit HTML page. Okay. Now, first thing we have to remember, I am clicking on view all, right? When you click on view all, we are in all component. We are in all component.html. Okay. When you click on this button, it will move to employee all component TS, HTML to TS. But actually, I want to go to edit component. How can you move from one component to another component? Okay. There is a concept called router is used. By using router, I wrote router navigate to edit and pass this ID. If you don't pass the ID, it will go to edit without ID. But ID is required here. Okay. So listen, router dot navigate passing the ID. Okay. We are passing the ID, right? Now we have to read the ID. Okay. So I mentioned a question, why router is used. Second, why activated route is used. This is router to pass. Now in the edit component, we used activated route. Okay. To read router parameter, we use this one. Of course, not only this, we have multiple usages. This one. Activated route, snapshot params. Load into a temporary variable, some constant ID. Okay. To access the current routing data, router information completely. But as of now, I'm reading only parameter ID. Okay. That is ID I'm just reading. Okay, now we got the ID. Now make a service call by taking the ID, make a service call that will go to backend, get the data into observable and subscribe into one form. See, make a service call here. Once you get the data, service call. Read parameter from routing. Make service call to fetch data and fill in form. This file. Okay. This is stage 1. And in the edit HTML, update button I wrote and read only input added. ID also required. This time ID also required. If you have a question, ask in chat box, Deepak Mishra. They have question, ask in chat box. Okay, just wait for 2 days. I'll give new link. There you can unmute your device and you can share your screens also. I inform to admin to get the new link. Actually here you should able to share and ask questions. Unmute your devices, but it is not working. That's fine. See here in the add page, do we have employee ID here? When you go to edit, do we have ID here? Yes. Okay. When you register for a fresh application, ID will be generated. When you want to modify the existed one based on ID, it will be done. Okay. See this one. This is response we got into observable. Observable be subscribed into employee. This employee, see this employee component, see this employee, we are reading the data by using ng model. ng model is two directional binding, two-way binding. Do you remember theme leaf form? Like this. It is used when you submit the data, this data will be updated. When you write ng model, it will read the data. Okay, this is to read the data and submit the data, two-way binding. Okay, whatever the name you are using in the edit component, same name, and in the model name, empid. Okay, employee.empid. Okay, listen very carefully. This one I will giving as another diagram. Okay, this is HTML file. Here we have form. Okay, this is TS, TypeScript. Here we have model. Model name is assumption student, having yes name. Okay, there I create a student variable. Okay, just for your understanding, I'm writing like this. When you write like this, what is created? Object. Yes name, right? Is empty. When you write code like this, JSON object is created. Here you have one input. We have to bind this input with this variable. How to bind? Box, parenthesis, that is called banana in the box, box, parenthesis, ng model. When you write like this, okay, there is a name is actually student dot yes name. Like this we have to bind. Okay, when you bind, what is the advantage? For example, you are setting some value here. Okay, you are setting some value from backend ABC. Then the ABC value automatically updated here. Okay, you need not even click on update button, delete button, edit button. Okay, both are actually in the complete sync. When you change a single character here, that will automatically affect. Okay, when you change some content here, okay, IJK, need not to click on even update button also. The actually in the sync. Okay, that is reactive mode, whatever you call here. Automatically, you got the point. That's the work of ng the model. ng model is used to link one object field with input. Okay, theme leaf form, you know. Okay, Jay Krishna, theme leaf form. We used to write th::field is equals to same here ng model. Okay, ng model with a backend form, front end input, both are connected. Okay, if we give some data here modified, okay, this one, Sainath, already I give service component. You're asking again, service component. Okay, service is actually service and component different. Service is connected by using HTTP client. It behaves something like a REST template. We have predefined methods called post, get, delete, put. These methods are called here HTTP client. Okay, so now you got the clarity of ng model, David. Okay, so that is actually two-way binding. Okay, see, the most important thing, we have to show ID also. Yeah, after this I'll share complete full backend and front end code. This one is done. Even same concepts recordings are given. People are asking about again and again recordings. Same CRUD operation, the recordings are given already. Here, even shared multiple times. Okay, Spring Boot and Angular, same operations are explained here. Okay, look at this is stage number 1. Here HTTP client is used. Okay, look at the workflow here. It's actually going the data and getting the data. So stage 1 coding part I'm just giving here. What are the files I just modified in the order? I'm just giving. First, I have created a button in employee all component. Second, in employee all component TS, do the dependency injection for router and add edit function. Okay, it will redirect to, okay, read ID at employee edit component. Call service to load data into form object. Employee edit component. I'm just giving everything here. Update empty form. Let this be form object, dependency injection, on loading component. Okay, by using activated route, we are using step number 4. We are just creating employee edit component.html. Create update form with ID read only. Means non-editable field. Just what is the additional thing we added here is ID. EMP ID read only. Non-editable input. This is stage number 1 completed. Okay. Now we are going to stage number 2. In the stage number 1, what we have done, very simple. When you click on edit button or update button, we are fetching the data and filling the data. ID you need not to show, that's your interest, you can hide it. But when you click on update, we have to send it. ID, that's your interest. If you don't display, also fine. But I recommend you to show which ID we are updating, just for confirmation purpose. You can hide it, no issue. A good approach, I recommend you to show. ID definitely required, Akhil, because when you perform save operation, ID will be generated. Okay. For example, you want to update your PAN card number, PAN card name. Without ID, update is not possible. Okay, by mistake, you try to submit without ID. Okay, there in the update operation, okay, it will try to throw some exception, employee not found exception. And because of this, we'll see some error actually here. Okay, if ID is not present, you cannot do that operation. You will see something like, see, edit, you are not submitting any ID. Okay, that's actually going to show some error at console like this. Okay, so actually we have to define some error parameters and error pages. Wrong ID means it will try to get the data. So for example, you're just trying to send the edit, you're submitting here, you will be getting like employee register page again here, employee edit page like this. Okay, we have to show that actual proper way. Some error we have to take it, some error pages we have to define there. Temporarily, okay. Okay, error pages we have to define at UI also, that will yet to come. you pass some ID which is not present, then again we have to redirect it to view all. That's a good approach. Okay, I recommend some process here. You print the error, again use routing. Router. There what we are going to do here. This approach. Temporal if you want here. Yeah, same. There also redirect process we have, right? Try to do edit, passing the ID which is not present. Control yes. Okay, I'll check what is the issue here. It's not navigating to all. I think it's not all, it's a list. We have to define one error component. Routing model, it's a list only, right? Now click on edit. Yeah, we have to do some error check in the service layer. Temporarily, okay. There will be error check in the backend. In the backend, we are going to do in the service layer. That is in the backend. This exception will be thrown. That error will come to console, and that's front-end application. The front-end application, we can define some error component, not found component, employee not found. We have to show that given ID is not present. Please try something different. Temporarily fine. Okay. Now stage 2. I'm just showing continuation. Stage 2. In the stage 2, what we are trying to do here, click on submit button. Modify the data and click on submit button. Here in edit page, when you click on update button. Okay, now from continuation to here. When you click on update button, remember from edit component HTML, it will come to edit component TS only. Employee. Okay, there we have something like update function. Update employee. Okay, make a service call to update and pass that employee object. Now service is actually called. Employee.service.ts. There we are calling http.put function with some URL modify and employee object. Okay, that is making backend call. Okay, we are going to get a memory that's actually observable. Of any. Okay, so you can just call subscribe method here. You can print the message, but what I'm trying to do here, okay, we are just calling subscribe method here. That is fine, but I'll again redirect it to all component. And of course, you can pass the message to. Observable nothing but reading the response data into temporary memory, JSON data. Subscribe nothing but reading this data into reading and just checking is there success or failure data and doing a task here. Observable is a shared memory to a component. This is a workflow. Update is very small, right? Okay, only two functions here, just writing here. Router dot navigate to list. Okay, of course, you can send success message. Again, read the message parameter here and print. From where it is started, there only it is ended. You can see. Now, only two simple things here, update. Just I'm writing here. This dot service dot update employee. This is what I wrote. Already update service function is there. No need to write. Only just a simple modification. One method. Okay, this one. Service logic is already I wrote all at a time. Now look at here. View all. Just I'm changing the name. Syed Ahmad. It's a 2850. Okay, HYD IND. Update. FN. EMP ID. PMP ID. First, we'll try to print the object data. So it is there. Why? How come? PMP ID. Just 1 second. Create every time creates a new table. That will not. Service class. We forgot to pass the employee object. It's a mistake. The service. First a URL, then object, then response type. This is a small correction in the service. We have to pass the object. I forgot to pass. First URL, second object, third expected type. Now backend application is stopped. Perfect. You can just see here what we have done when you click on update. HTML data is updated back to form object. Okay, this form object we are calling service, URL, and the employee object, making request to backend, updating and getting the response here, again redirecting back to all component. Okay, workflow. On click update button, form data is affected to employee object. and update function is called. It is making service call to modify data as HTTP put URL, employee, some header params. Expected type is something JSON. Once it is success, redirect outer dot navigate to list all component. Okay. So once it's actually success here, we are just redirecting here. Okay, better I'm just giving both code one in employee edit component dot ts. Second, employee dot service dot ts. Okay. Now look at this. This is backend application code. This is front-end application code. In the front-end application, I'll be sharing the code without node modules. Look at without node modules, without this. This is an employee front-end app. Creating this one. Okay. What you have to do after opening this application in the command like this. Okay. ng install. Listen. ng install. You have to press enter. It will download and install here. Okay. What did it say? Sorry, npm install. Node package manager, right? npm install. We have to execute a command. Okay, that will just download everything here. I'm just giving a note here. Node package manager install. npm install. ng is for Angular generating command. A mistake that you have to do. So I'm sharing in such a way. Wait for a second. This much and we can supply. I should be in the KB only. Okay, this done here. I'm just giving the download link in the new classroom drive. Wait for a second. I'll share that one even. Under the classes, materials. I think all are available here. You can join to new classroom link. Okay. Please don't share to others. Some people making nonsense in the classroom drives. Okay, they're posting some unnecessary contents. Yeah, I'll share all the recordings here also. In the new classroom drive also I'll share. Okay. Okay. Next thing, I'm just giving some reference links here. Look at this document. It's a validating of forms. Okay. If there are errors, required error, min length error, Farabden error, error validations will be there. There is an implicit object called error. Invalid, dirty, or touched. Okay, if it is an invalid input, dirty means modified. That's actually not a proper value, which is not met into condition. Touch means just clicked. Okay, this is form validation link I'm just giving. Okay, just try to read this document if possible. Okay, mostly from tomorrow onwards, after 9:20, okay, 9:20 p.m. I'll be taking TypeScript and Angular additional classes. Interested people can continue here. And 9 p.m. batch students continue the same link up to Saturday. Okay, no separate session for you. 9 p.m. batch students, no separate session. Continue the same link. Okay, this Sunday again we'll be having class. Thank you. Okay, and if you have questions, be in the class. Remaining people can leave. Alok, 11 o'clock mini project, that is